Jay Frost here on Champion Spring. A Blitzcrank ban against Mad Life. Interesting. What do you think about that? That seems a bit random, though.
Well, I mean, he's an exceptional Blitzcrank player.
He
really changes games.
In the situation, though, does
well,
it feel a bit random?
I think they're worried about, again, that 2v2 lane and what he can do to Captain Jack and Lustboy. Not only that, but the way he can create picks is pretty amazing. Elise going to be banned out, so we aren't going to see any more Elise from Flame in the next game, and they don't want Shy to have it either. And there's the Rise ban. I find that very strange, actually. Rise, we would have expected from the red side. But this time it should be a Kha'Zix ban, otherwise it's going to be a Kha'Zix first pick for Blaze.
I would say you're probably right. When you think about the Kennen ban, they're kind of picking between Kennen and Kha'Zix at this point, I feel like.
I think you're absolutely right, Joe.
And there's a Kha'Zix ban, so there's a Kennen pick, yep. There we go, pretty easy to call that one. Over on the other side, CJ Frost is their turn to pick up two champions. And who will it be? But they have got the daunting task of going up against Flame on Kennen. That's pretty terrifying. So it looks like it may be another Thresh pickup for Mad Life.
And yeah, Blaze with their 11th win in a row after the last game.
I don't think anyone's done that in Champions yet. I think that's got to be that's got to be some kind of record. That's like multiple months of not losing.
Yes.
Like even KT Rolster B last season, I don't think ever went 11 games.
No, they didn't.
Losing.
And Sword didn't either because they lost one game in the middle of the playoffs to KT Rolster B. So.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Pretty impressive stuff from CJ Blaze. Now, Mad Life had a bit of an off. And there's a Shen for Cloud Templar.
All right, well, Frost.
He is one of the better jungle Shens.
Going back to comfort picks this time around.
Yeah. And I mean, Mad Life had a bit of an off game on Thresh last time, but he can always pick it up. And it wasn't all his fault that the game was as spectacular. Looks like it's going to be a Caitlyn for Hermes this time around. I'm
really surprised at all these Caitlyn picks we're seeing, though.
Yeah. Oh, would you be more surprised about an Ashe pick? No?
Not if they went for CC, but they've got, wow, look at all of that AoE CC on Blaze already.
This team is terrifying, and they're going for a very different comp this time, too.
They are. They're going for a 5v5 comp. The question is, where is that damage going to come from? I don't think we're going to see Rumble anymore because of his nerfs. He's just too hard to lane with the nerfs to his level 1 E.
That's kind of what it's looking like now, unfortunately.
So, instead, we'll have to see. Now, Frost has the making of a good Siege and Poke comp going already. Let's see if they follow through with that. We may see a Lux pick here from Rapid Star.
How about Caitlyn goes mid and then we go Annie Brand bot lane? It's a CJ tradition. Or a Blaze Frost tradition, I should say.
It's true, actually. There's the Rumble pick. I would be quite surprised to see that.
Oh, they're going to lock it in? All right.
It's very difficult to CS at level 1 now with Rumble, and actually up until level 3 unless you level your Electro Harpoon, because they nerfed it from 55 to 45 damage, which makes it even harder to last hit with.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, though, is that it doesn't surprise me too much that the Korean players will be like, oh, you know what, we can just handle it. We can just kind of, mechanically, I feel like they're confident enough to get around it. So we'll see if he can. A bit risky. There's a Nasus pickup for Helios.
Yeah, banned against him last game, so he has been liking that champion. No Lee Sin this time around. Orianna, one of Ambition's staple picks.
Yep. And another part of that big-time teamfight combo, too.
Yeah, I'm actually concerned that Blaze is going to have enough damage.
That's what I was kind of thinking as well. I mean, what, do you just wrap people up and hope that Varus and Helios have enough time to get in and do damage? I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's one of those comps where unless you hit a lot of people with your AoE and you get a lot of that AoE damage down, there's not a lot of cleanup. They're really riding on their ability to hit those Rs.
Yeah. It's going to be confusing. It's going to be a bit tough. And a possible Anivia for Rapid Star. He does love Anivia. He loves the Iceberg.
I actually like the Anivia pick quite a bit with this team.
Yeah. It's a very good delaying tactic. And Xerath, no way. Oh, is he going to lock it in? Are we going to see our first Xerath in Korea?
Xerath would be a very good pick with this team as well.
Yeah.
Although that does limit them the same way that Blaze is limited in terms of pressure.
And there it is! He picks it up!
Xerath!
That's right. You know, and NA has been using Xerath for a long time now. We've been talking about it, you and I. You know, why haven't there been Xerath picks in Korea? And here we have our first one.
Yeah, that's right. It has been used in the NALCS in the past. It is. Xerath has his limitations.
He's
so,
a bit risky of a lane champ. He's a bit vulnerable.
Well, yeah, he is vulnerable, but he's also long range. He should be able to lane well against Orianna.
Yeah.
But he only has 3 damage abilities because he has to go into his tripod in order to do more damage. So it does make him particularly ult dependent.
Hey,
there's Mach Noon.
There he is. Look at that hat. Nice hat, Mach Noon.
And he's sitting with his new team, I believe, KT Rolster A. I can see zeros here, but I don't know the other new players. He came in with 4 other guys, though, so I would say it's probably pretty likely.
I would say you are probably correct. Montecristodamus, predictor of the future. Flame versus Shy, Kennen versus Rumble in the top lane. It's a Rumble in the top lane, not a Rumble in the jungle. Not this time. Down in the jungle, though, we have Helios on Nasus versus Cloud Templar on Shen. Shen, the most obvious ninja in the world, will be a bit sneakier this game. Okay, he's going to try to go back to his sneakier ninja ways. He's going to be in the jungle. Ambition on Orianna versus Rapid Star on Xerath. Our first Xerath of champions. I'm pretty confident that he was not in the seasons before we got here.
And yeah, I don't think he was either. He is running teleport as well, so Rapid Star looking to make the global plays with Cloud Templar this game.
Yeah, Lustboy on Sona, Mad Life on Thresh, down in the support role. And here we go, guys, game number 2. Will Frost be able to tie it out, or will Blaze take a 2-0 lead? Let's get in the game.
Interesting. Ambition forgot to buy.
Yeah. That's a bit awkward.
That is a bit awkward. That's going to slow him down a little bit. We'll see if he notices. He may have a plan here.
Yeah, a plan where he doesn't need items.
Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, here comes the invade from Frost this time around. Ambition has no items. Arcana Pulse.
Yeah.
Going out from Rapid Star.
A bit of an awkward start here. Nice Hail Arrows taking a chunk of the Rapid Star rather. And they have that ward there. Oh, hide. The camera was upon you.
So Rapid Star really going to be looking to make plays around the map and clear minion waves as opposed to going all in. Now, the teleport is nice because, frankly, Xerath's range, if you're playing him as a kind of artillery piece, he's never going to be in range, really, to use Ignite anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world. I am curious as to how effectively you can use this teleport, though. But they've got good wave clear already. And Frost is going to have exceptional dragon control, you know, at that 12 to 15 minute mark with the champion lineup that they have.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how Rumble does after the nerfs in lane. Very curious. And Ambition still has no items.
Oh, they're going to walk right into a turret here as well, so Blaze knows that they're coming in. Be a little bit careful, okay.
This is either the crazy, like he's got an idea of something, and he doesn't want, or he just like doesn't realize it.
Yeah.
Possibly there's a bug with the spectator client, and we just don't see it.
It could be we just don't see the items. Yeah, if we see him like use a pot, the pot's not there, then then we'll know. Unless he has a new ability called Health Pot.
Orianna's
or
magic.
For Orianna, it's more like oil the gears or something. I don't know.
WD-40.
WD-40, that's right. I don't think she has any blood. She's more machine now than, well, she was never a man. She's more machine now than little girl, I guess. Yeah. You know, she's supposed to be like the reanimation of like some crazy adventure guy's daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about League of Legends.
Something happened to his daughter, so he made a robot daughter. Robo-daughter.
This is like...
You can program her not to talk back.
This is like the first game of the NALCS when Hotshot laned against Iris with no runes.
Yeah. Well, that worked out for him, so...
It did.
Maybe we'll have similar luck here. Either way, Helios coming in, and yeah, there's going to be a fairly early back from Ambition.
Okay, so Helios helping to push the lane because Ambition realized he had no items. There we go. He hasn't spent any money yet. So.
Oh yeah, he hadn't spent anything.
There we go. And Helios had to spend some of his jungle time in order to make that happen. Yeah. So a little bit of an oopsie there from Ambition.
Well, we'll see how much it really impacts him. A lot of damage being put on this top lane turret from CJ Frost already. Flame trying to farm as best he can, and he is 6-1 up over Shy. Shy not really able to get any CSing done yet in that bot lane, but we're still very early on, so we'll see if it changes or not. You know, honestly, we'll see. Here comes Cloud Templar. Hold that thought. Taunt on to Captain Jack. Cloud Templar is going to need to back off immediately, though. A little bit too much damage, and Helios is there, too, so they're just doing everything they can to try to keep that turret alive.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see right now they're still pressing down on it. Cloud Templar not going to be able to help out a whole lot here while Helios is in lane. So they're really relying on Captain Jack.
Oh, man. Tons of damage being put on by Captain Jack right now. Those power cores from Mustboy be really helpful, too. And I don't know if they can save this turret. The minion wave, they need another wave of minions, and they're not going to get it for a little while. Meanwhile, the top lane turret goes down. Frost manages to take that one a little bit early.
Yeah, that's really good. Now the question is, can they last long enough? Cloud Templar has recalled, so they may just have to sacrifice this turret. They are going to get it down before Hermes and Mad Life can come back into lane right there. Now Rapid Star, you can see how good Ambition is right here. He was actually down in CS because he had to go back early, but he managed already to catch up, even though the lane was frozen close to Rapid Star's turret for a little bit. And this is just a testament to Ambition's skill, really, that he's so consistent. If he falls behind, he finds ways to catch up.
Well, this is one of the reasons why he went to China last week, man.
Absolutely.
He is one of the Korean all-stars in every sense of the word. No shock at all, man.
Cloud Templar looking to maybe make a play in mid lane. Mad Life heading into bot. They've left Hermes up there to finish off the last part of that minion wave, shove it to where the turret used to be, where Flame will catch the wave, farm up nicely himself, and you can see
the wave. Huh?
Catch the wave. Gotta catch the wave.
Right. But Surfer Singed isn't in this game.
Well, they're just not going to do it properly then.
I guess not. Oh well. Well, they do have sort of a tropical rumble, so I guess that works out. I don't know the name of that skin. I admit it.
It's Rumble in the Jungle.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I'm such a noob. I had no idea.
Not sure how that really makes sense for the Tiki theme.
It's a rumble in the top lane. Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, jungle-ish, like a jungle island paradise.
All right, there we go. It's less Tiki and more Robinson Crusoe.
That's right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Well, here we go. Frost going to take advantage of the open dragon right now. They can see Flame up in that mid lane. He is pushed back a little bit. Ravistar taking a significant amount of damage, though.
He's got to be careful with Zareth, man. He's a bit fragile.
It'll be a free dragon for Frost, however.
Yeah. And you mentioned this, too. I mean, that dragon control that Frost is going to get this game is already paying off.
It's going to be really hard for Blaze to contest dragon with the team comp that Frost has.
Yep.
And it's just because of that AoE damage. And yeah, we do have a lot of damage AoE from Blaze as well, but their damage is less, or their AoE is more CC and less damage, whereas it's pretty much pure damage.
You know,
coming out.
Ambition in a little bit of trouble here. Can he get away from Cloud Templar and Shy? There's the flash, there's the equalizer. Can they catch him though? It doesn't look like it. Cloud Templar breaking out from that fight kind of early. What do you think? Do you feel like he should have gone in? They should have dove that a little bit more? Rapid Star! There's the damage coming out, that Arcane Barrage from Zareth. Doing a lot of damage along with the poke from the Piltover Peacemaker. A lot of alliteration and a lot of damage.
Two things I really love, though. Arcano Pulse coming out there, trying to zone him off the turret right now. Mad Life misses the death sentence.
Yep. Shy coming in as well. Too bad he just used his equalizer.
Yeah, it would have been useful to push them off the turret to actually secure it. Ambition farming up in this bot lane. They know that they really need Ambition to get farmed because he's going to be the major source of damage on the team.
Yeah.
So Ambition taking the empty lane farm. So was Flame this time around. I really am curious if Blaze could actually take this game, though. I think that Frost may have outpicked them.
Yeah, I think you're right. Sorry, no going back for you just yet. Take a ride on the lantern behind the turret where it's safe. Ambition just backed as well in that bot lane after getting that farm.
Yeah, the main problem with Frost composition is that they don't really have a good person to Shen ult. You know, we really,
that's a good point,
when we see Shen, you always have to ask yourself, is there a champion here that is a primary initiator, that has a good gap closer, that has an ability to get in the enemy's face without getting stunned, without getting slowed in the process, without getting kited to death? And there's a lot of kite coming out of Blaze, so they have to be careful. And so Rumble may not be able to do it. In fact, what may have to happen is that Mad Life has to land a death sentence and then go in.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Mad Life death sentence and then the boxing thing is probably the best idea, keeping him alive a little bit longer, giving him time to get those plays off. I mean, Xerath, he's not really going to be the target, because, I mean, he can kind of do his damage combo, and then he just kind of sits there a little bit, so it's not really worth keeping him alive in a big team fight situation.
I mean,
it's crazy.
If Rabbitstar plays Xerath properly, he should never be in range where he actually has to get Shen ulted. That would be a pretty significant positioning.
But if he is, he's got that extra armor from his passive, so he'll be okay.
It's true.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Frost is probably just going to push this game out and just continually control Dragon for a little bit. Now, Flame out-farming his opponent, no surprise there. You can see he hasn't even really gone back to base more than once yet.
Yeah, Equalizer going down.
Same with Arcane Barrage. Yeah. They're really trying to push them off this turret right now. They want to keep it up.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're, you can see they're just stalling out the game, too. They're just saying, all right, we don't want really anything to happen in the game right now. We just want farm up. We want to push into that late game because we feel we've got more damage, and they do, and they'll be able to win those team fights.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, Ambition's going to pick this up again. Ambition taking all of that empty lane farm right now. He's starting to get a pretty big lead over Rapidstar.
Yeah.
Rapidstar mostly playing defense on the middle lane right here. Whereas...
And you do kind of need some items on Xerath as well. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you do. I mean, Magic Man is going to be good for the moment.
Yeah.
And, he's going to be strong in the early and mid game, really with or without items. But late game, he will definitely need something.
Yeah. And I mean, which I think is kind of what Frost is going for. Late game.
Rabbitstar is going to clear out this little Shy. Mad Life seeing what they can do to keep this turret up, but they're getting harassed pretty heavily, poked by Flame and Lustboy right now.
Yeah. Mad Life trying to get for death sentence, immediately gets hit by Flame. Passes back off to find that wave. Here comes a teleport coming in from behind from Rapidstar. Can they actually catch them? Locus of Power goes up. The Arcane Barrage doesn't really quite reach. He's going to hit Lustboy a couple more times with it. There's the stun, and they're going to be able to get first blood. There's that teleport. Uh-oh! Hermes, though, trapped in the mid lane. He's not going to escape. Too slowed down with that river. Flashes away. Oh, the 90 caliber net! He actually got away. I can't believe it. The Shen ult helping out a huge amount there.
Yeah, they're going to lose the tower, though, which is really the most important thing if you're Blaze. Yeah. They have to make a play up in top lane, because if not, they use that teleport and the Shen ultimate just to lose a tower and pick up one kill. Yeah. And, that's not the world's best trade, but it looks like the wave will push off, so Blaze not going to get that mid turret. Otherwise, we almost saw a pretty bad trade for Frost.
So. As it is right now, this game extremely even. Oh, Xerath has one range.
All right, well, Dragon is going to be up again in just a second, about 30 seconds. So I'm curious as to what Frost will do. They need to control it. Will they sacrifice a turret? Probably this top turret for it. Shy's still very low. He has to think about going back right now if he wants to actually be part of that fight. Flame trying to all in.
He's going in. Will he pop the ultimate? It looks like he's just chasing Shy away. He's not going to bother doing it. Oh, that was a close call. If he had been a little bit closer, I think we would have seen the slicing Maelstrom go down. Oh, the shockwave, though. Catches Cloud Templar. Has to get off, just pushing him off of that turret. Putting pressure on the bot lane while they know a couple members of Frost are up in the top.
Place is just ridiculous. Look at this map control they managed to get for themselves already. It's really impressive that they have all of these lanes pushed at the same time.
The wards are really good right now, too, for them.
Yeah, they're doing an exceptional job, and if they can get Dragon here, too, it's going to be absolutely huge for them.
Yeah, it just seems like no matter what the composition is for Blaze right now, the big theme is map control. They need to have that control of the map, no matter who they're playing, because it's such a big deal. It's like your composition is a big part of the game, but map control, no matter who you're playing, is really like half the game.
Oh, sure. And of course, when we say that Blaze might be low on damage, that's assuming a pretty even situation. If they can take a huge gold lead, of course, Orianna got to be doing quite a lot.
And they know too that they need to take that gold lead. You know, they've got to know that they can't go head to head without good items. Here comes Madlife coming in. He's got the lantern down for Shy. Flame into the box. There's Equalizer going down. Tries some slicing Maelstrom in, but it's not enough. And another kill for CJ Entus Frost. Shy up to 2-0-0 right now.
Yeah, but the thing about it is if they lose this mid turret, it's going to be all for naught. And looks like they are running a dangerous... Ooh, Captain Jack having to back off. Rapid Star shows up in the nick of time. So Frost really playing on Razor's edge.
Flash that sentence.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job, though, of keeping these objectives up while continuing to get kills.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, too, is that it seems like on first glance, it really feels like they're using those ults frivolously, like 2 ults used to take down Flame in that top lane. But like you mentioned, you know, I mean, they don't need to really worry about team fighting if they're keeping their turrets up.
Right, and it's all about that pressure, too. You could see before that we had that little engagement in top lane, Blaze had successfully pressured all 3 lanes, including bottom lane all the way down to the second turret while Ambition farmed up. And look at the CS lead. He's managed to develop Flame as well. They're just doing a lot better job with their allocation of champions to lane at this point in time. And they forced a lot of that CS that Frost could get to be lost on these turrets.
That's true. We've got a Surgeon Shen, but no Surgeon Cannon on the other side.
What a shame. Well, the Surgeon Shen is Cloud Templar's favorite skin. He always uses that one.
That's true.
It's his signature skin.
Huh. Wonder if he's planning on being a doctor or something once he retires. Maybe.
I'd go to Dr. Templar. He has a good bedside manner.
Well, you know, I mean, Dr. Shen would be good too because, they're going to try to catch him. Doesn't quite get the stun off on Cloud Templar, but think about it. You know, you're in a car accident or something, you need an ambulance. Suddenly you, like, feel the shield envelop you, and Shen comes down, he's like, we don't need an ambulance, I'm here.
And you know he's a ninja, so he's got a steady hand.
Exactly, and then Pantheon shows up and he's like, ride me back to the hospital. And you do it, and everything's fine. Equalizer used just to push that minion wave off. Again, you know, Blaze or Frost rather just trying to keep those turrets alive.
That's right.
Well, so far they've been able to do that nearly with all players.
We'll have to get our new drama show, Shen's Anatomy.
That's right. You can't really change house into anything funny, can you? It's just saying Shen. It's just like, well, that's his name, yeah.
Well, Frost doing their best to contain this pressure, but Ambition still finding a way to bring it on. Shy had to use the equalizer there just to prevent him from getting autos on the turret. He's going to have a hard time with the poke that Ambition has on Orianna.
Yeah.
And just, she already has that at Thebes as well, so not going to have any mana issues, can just constantly poke and poke and poke.
Yep. Well, the lane's trying to push a little bit more down in the mid lane. Haloveros pushes Hermes back. They've got to be a little bit careful. They have Madlife there now, but we'll see. Rapid starts striking a pose.
And there we go, finally. Blaze actually gets a turret. I mean, it's been about 5 minutes.
It's taken a long time, but you have to wonder, you know, can Frost's plan work? You know, can they keep the CS and the damage low enough on the other side to last to that late game where they can win those team fights?
Yeah, absolutely. Shy trying to farm up now, but look at the CS difference. Flame and Ambition just massively ahead right now.
Yeah.
And Flame already getting that Rylai's too, so he's going to be able to chase down runners really effectively. He's going to be super tanky in those fights.
Yeah.
And once Ambition and Jack start to get a little more damage down.
I mean, we're seeing right now the kind of the downfall of having to just clear champion waves like Zera's been doing. He hasn't gotten the CS. There goes the mid lane turret. All 3 tier 1 turrets down now for Frost. Madlife does manage to catch Ambition coming in, puts on the box. There's the equalizer. Do they have enough members there to capitalize on it? No. Cloud Templar coming in, gets the taunt off on Helios. They're going to at least get 1 kill. That's a lot used for 1 kill, though. And suddenly the turret, the second tier 2 turret in bot lane, goes down. Oh, man, they just cannot get enough out of these fights.
And Blaze is just split pushing them to death.
Yeah.
Now, if Frost can get a couple turrets here, it's going to be well worth it. There's the flash. They catch Ambition.
Wow, well done there. The taunt on Captain Jack as well. Can they finish him off? Captain Jack running away.
Ace of the hole gets blocked by Lust Boy after the flash. And Frost, they picked up a couple kills. They picked up a turret. They're going to regroup. They're going to have to be concerned about that dragon that's coming up in just a few seconds now.
Yeah.
Who's going to be able to pick that one up? It's going to be critical. Blaze up in gold right now. They're up in turrets. They've got that map control. And I thought at first that was a lot of ults used by Frost, but it turns out they used those ults very well to pick up the kills they needed in order to start shoving lanes.
That's a good point. I mean, they do have a decent amount of damage from long range to kind of follow it up with. Caitlyn and Xerath helping out a lot in that regard.
Look at Shy, too. He's actually going for Death Cap after.
Oh, yeah, wow.
It's a very strange build that we're seeing right now. And
tons of damage.
Yeah, exactly. Going for that damage build onto Rumble because they really need to burst them down quickly. Yeah. If they can win a fight instantly, they're going to be doing much better. Again, they do have that damage advantage fundamentally.
Yep. They're going to take out a few turrets. A lot of wards going down there. They don't want to lose that vision. Xerath all powered up with the Locust. There's the Arcane Barrage forcing them away from Dragon. Cloud Templar thinking about coming in as well. He wants to steal that Dragon. Will they be able to do it? Nice hail of arrows from Captain Jack. Can they poke enough? Cloud Templar waiting for that Dragon opportunity. Dragon's so low. Helios trapped in the Dragon Pit. Oh, Shockwave maybe on Cloud Templar. No, it doesn't look like it. Flame having to get out of there. Dragon still alive. Wondering what's going on. There's a good equalizer. Good crescendo, though, to counter-engage. Can they carry up? Oh, look at that slicing Maelstrom from Flame. A couple members of CJ Frosto do get away. It's going to be 2 for 1 in favor of Blaze right now.
Very good patience from Blaze, taking all of that dragon damage, but they still manage to pick it up. That gives them just another slight advantage. And Flame with the hero flash slicing Maelstrom. Flame's got to be careful.
He stunned him. Can Madlife get the play? He can. There's the box. They're going to get Flame. Ace in the hole. Gives Hermes the kill.
A play from Madlife to flash over the wall for that one.
I can't believe it. Just when you think you've seen everything you can see from Madlife, man.
My God, that was a good play, Noah.
This guy. Wow.
I'm just speechless at that Flame. He didn't expect that one either.
Yeah. Man, nobody expected that one. And so despite the gold lead for Blaze, Frost showing that they are definitely capable of producing some pretty good results on their side.
That's right, catching him out.
Yeah,
and here we go. Let's take a look at that again.
Crazy dragon fight, too.
Yeah, look at the damage coming down. Now, it was a good equalizer, but Cloud Templar got in a bit too early. And notice right here that Cloud Templar got focused, and he really didn't. There wasn't a lot of damage coming out of Blaze or Frost in return. So when Flame manages to flash in with the slicing Maelstrom, he ties up everyone. So in that fight,
here we go.
Frost, look at that. He misses. Madlife misses. So what does he do? There's the Mage Chains for the stun.
What?
There's the flash. He pulls into the Lantern, play straight into the box, and the ace in the hole from the side.
That is
insane coordination.
That is just like pure teamwork right there. That was amazing. Rapid Star obviously pretty experienced with Xerath. Already showing us like Xerath combos I have not seen before.
Yeah, very impressive play from him. He hasn't died yet. Now he hasn't been farming well either, but again, he's been mostly defending that mid lane, whereas Ambition has been heading up to mid, or to top, heading down to bot, getting that empty lane farm.
You know, Xerath is supposed to be a damage-dealing champion, but in this case, it almost seems like he's becoming sort of utility. You know, he's adding those stuns to everything else that CJ Frost has already. He's keeping people on the equalizer, you know, theoretically, setting people up for that box like we just saw. So this Xerath choice, much, much better than the initial kind of look at like, oh, he just does a lot of long-range damage. Yeah, absolutely. And getting that death, or the death cap first, very good for his burst potential. Shy looking like he's going to go Abyssal into Zhonya's now, so not going for that death cap, but he still did buy the damage components first because he knows there's that Wombo combo. Rapid Star teleporting in. That's right, they're going to try to take off Ambition. There's the Arcane Barrage going down. Ambition totally caught by Madlife as well. Helios on the run. Captain Jack throws down the hail of arrows on top of himself, which doesn't really help a lot.
Well, if he was being pursued, it would have slowed anyone who moved into that field. Let's see here. Lustboy trying to get out, but they've got him surrounded.
Yeah, I don't think he can make it here. Hermes is just going to go ahead and kite him down. Crescendo used defensively, but where is Lustboy going to go? Ace in the hole doesn't quite finish him off, but Shy coming in to try to handle things.
Lustboy actually just trying to buy time right now. Look at what's happening with Helios in the mid lane. So they're trying to use this time to split push. Blaze just in control of the map.
Yeah.
And there we go. We still don't see too much of a gold difference. Frost catching up very slightly after that last fight.
That's Rapid Star on your screen right now. Having some really good Xerath play.
Yeah, not picking up kills yet, but they're all going to Shy, and Shy is rich, and he's going to be doing a lot of damage with this Rumble.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to. I mean, Hermes not having a bad game at all either. 2-0-3, and even on CS with Captain Jack, more or less. Pretty good. He's got the Infinity Edge as well, and the Zeal. So, yeah, he's going to be putting out a ton of damage already.
Well, we are going to head in here. They're just pushing out their lanes right now, trying to regain that map presence. Yep. That Blaze, when Lustboy was getting chased down, very smart of them just to shove up that mid lane. Lustboy using that Crescendo just to buy time.
Yeah.
They know that we probably hit the point in the game where Frost is just going to outdamage them. So their best shot is just to continue to take these turrets in whatever way they can. So use that Crescendo, delay the time, and good play calling from Blaze.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult either way. I mean, Frost pretty good at forcing team fights. It's kind of something they've built a team career on almost, is getting themselves into those really favorable late game team fights. Oh, Flame coming in over the wall though with that slicing Maelstrom, holding up Cloud Templar and Rapid Star. They don't get him though. Locus of Power. Oh, they're going to try to take out Flame. Hermes in the middle of everything, getting away. The Ignite. Oh, it does finish off Rapid Star. And very nice, giving that kill to Lustboy.
That's right. Lustboy's Ignite, picking up the kill on that one. So that flash worth it in the end. Rapid Star dying for the first time in this game.
Yeah, it's probably worth a decent amount even without those kills.
Well, here we go. It's just going to be a defense.
Yeah. The top lane is pushing fairly well for CJ Frost right now, so they've got a little bit less map pressure on them than they otherwise would have, so they've got that going for them. I'm happy with them, you know.
Well, it's just going to give Ambition more farm, which is kind of terrifying considering he's up by about 70 right now.
Yeah, he's got his Zonias now as well. Pretty scary, and I think we're going to have, Dragon just did come back up, so we're going to have a Frost attempt on Dragon. Lustboy over the wall. Now, Helios is there, but nobody else really around. They're just going to have to give it to him.
Yeah, they are, and that'll be free. So Frost catching back up here once again. Now you'll notice the Home Guard enchantment on two champions right now, Shy and Rapid Star. So they're really trying. They're trying to counter Blaze right now. You know, you might expect a distortion enchantment on Rapid Star, but it's not so much about getting that teleport up. What it's about is getting back into lane when Blaze starts split pushing.
Yeah.
And being able to clear out those minion waves with the two champions that are best at clearing waves on this team quickly, which is Rumble and Xerath. So they're altering their strategy just a little bit. They're not thinking that teleport.
Flame may catch Cloud Templar here. Can he get the stun off? Chasing him down. There's a stun. Just doing some damage, chasing Cloud Templar out of the lane of it.
So very interesting from Frost, and it shows that they have a heightened awareness of this split pushing threat. They need to stop hemorrhaging towers now.
Yeah.
If they want to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, it's still, I mean, it's still fairly close. Either team still has that option. I mean, if Frost can win that big team fight that they're going to be looking for, they can obviously compensate quite a bit, but so far Blaze not really giving them that option. Shy may be getting a bit caught here in the top lane. He's got to be careful. Okay, never mind. He's going to get away.
I feel like we have to talk about Captain Jack and Lustboy a little bit. You know, we talked about them dying in lane, but they've been playing quite well.
Yeah, they've looked better
in the last
today
couple of games.
Yeah, they've definitely looked better today than they have all season, I would say. And they were always a good bot lane duo. It's just they just kept having those deaths in lane.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well,
so, and the thing is now that they're not having those deaths in lane, that's making Blaze look even stronger.
Absolutely.
They really need needed that.
Well, they still keep the pressure on, though. Look at what they're doing right now. Blaze just not relenting. All of the lanes just pushing up, which is surprising because both teams have all their outer turrets down. So
yeah,
there's quite a bit of extension here from safety for Blaze, but they're still managing.
You know, they have a lot of wards in the right places, so they can be a little bit more crazy, I guess. But it is a bit odd. Oh, Hermes gets caught with the shockwave, takes a lot of damage there. They have to back off, though.
Yeah, they tried to use the Chain of Corruption as well. So that just shows they're Blaze a little bit on edge right here. They don't want to fight this 5v5 or this 4v4.
Yeah, well, they at least want to be able to try to poke people down as much as they can before they fight it. If it's full health to full health, yeah, Frost is going to probably just win that fight. A little bit dangerous. Rocket powered jet coming out of the base. Then that mid turret.
And they're still trying to get angles. They're still trying to get the zone right here, but it's going to be really difficult to clear this out with the 4 members of Frost right there to actually get this turret down. They've got really good wave clear. They've got a good poke.
What they're worried about, too, I mean, Flame could come in behind, try to slicing Maelstrom, but now there's Shine lane, and with that equalizer, that's really going to make it extra difficult to do any sort of dive.
Yeah, I mean, Frost needs to force a team fight with Shen ult up at this point. But again, they don't have a solid initiator. This is a problem with their team composition that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
They have to rely on Mad Life to really get in there, and that's a hard skill shot to hit, and an unreliable one at that. So they don't, ideally right now they just engage, but they're not really able to. Maybe if they can get an equalizer off first and chain it into a death sentence.
Oh, that would be quite possible. Let's see what they can do, though. The lane's finally pushing a little bit back towards Frost's favor now. Isn't Rumble worried about burning his coconut robot with all the flames?
You would think so, wouldn't
I'd be a little bit
He likes to live
that.
dangerously.
Like dry coconut wood is that's pretty flammable, man. I mean, it's kind of dangerous. Only Shy can prevent forest fires.
Apparently. Tropical forest fires.
That's right, tropical forest. Those are the worst kind because you need that shade on the tropical island, man. You'll die. Oh, death sentence into the raid pit. Not really catching anybody.
I mean, I really think Frost they have to find a play here because Blaze just keeps getting more and more and more money. Just more and more money.
This could be a very long game.
It will be.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like you said, I mean, Frost, they need to look for these team fighting times, but they also, at the same time, can't really do that because of all the split pushing. So it's kind of in one of these situations where Frost has really good wave clear, and they want to group in team fight, but they can't. But they can still clear waves. Blaze wants to push turrets and not team fight, and they can just keep doing that, but that they can never really push the turrets all the way. So we're at this stalemate right now. And really, honestly, what it's going to come down to, I feel, is one team making a mistake. The first team that makes a mistake should lose this game.
I totally agree with you, Doa. Yeah. And we do have, Flame finishing up his voice staff right now. You can see how rich he is. 285 CS already on Cannon.
Wow. Very rich. Frost coming down the mid lane. Is this their opportunity? There's, oh, the flash. Death sentence does not work. Captain Jack flashing out of that one himself.
But you can see.
Now it's another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes, and then we'll try again.
How desperate Frost is
to
make a play right here to force the issue.
Yeah, they know it's not going to get any better for them. So, I mean, here's a question for you. What if they had like a, I mean, I know Diana had been kind of nerfed, but what about a Diana mid? The engagement potential that would have possibly been there. I feel like there's other mids that Rapid Star could have taken that would have not have left them in this situation. Yeah,
but at the same time, the Xerath is kind of keeping them alive right now due to his wave clear.
Yeah.
So Blaze probably would have taken a lot more objectives at this point, if not for Xerath.
True enough.
He's just so powerful in the Locust Power. That Blaze.
Oh, a Baron time. CJ Blaze going for it. This may be the opportunity, though, that Frost was looking for. They see the graphics coming in, I think. Pretty sure they do see that. Yeah, okay, now they're going to check in. Baron going down, but they can't contest it. It's too late. Baron gets taken by CJ Blaze, and that may be the tipping point. We'll see Cloud Templar still pushing that bot lane.
And this may force the engagement that they want, actually.
I think
Cloud
so,
Templar going to go ahead and get that turret.
Yeah, split
His
push is a good
teammates
idea.
going to go ahead and get that dragon, and they're still going to be approximately as far behind as they were before.
Yeah.
After these 2K gold comes rolling in.
Oh,
there you go.
Does get the turret.
And we're still in a 2.5K gold game here because Frost responded appropriately with the turret and the dragon. Now,
Yeah, this is...
I don't really think that, honestly, I really don't think Baron's going to make that much of a difference for Blaze.
I don't think it can help them. I mean, it's going to make their champion stronger, yes, but it's not going to help the minions from dying to the wave clear.
Right, exactly. And they're still not going to be able really to effectively dive under turret.
This is probably one of the closest games we've seen also.
This is like really close.
This game is like just on a razor's edge, guys. One tiny little shove could push it one way or the other. Yeah, and Cloud Templar being very, very careful.
Interesting. Distortion enchantment for both of our support players this game. This is a new one. So I would expect, well, I would expect Mad Life to get it because he really needs that flash to engage.
Yeah.
Like really needs it in his team comp. Like we were saying, that's the problem with having Shen without a gap closer.
Yeah.
Is that it's going to make the only real target is going to be Mad Life, and so he needs that flash up. Now,
By the same
Sona,
token, Flash Crescendo. I've heard that's pretty good. Oh, Mad Life getting caught. Puts up the box defensively, kind of away. Tries to get away, though. There's a fight down below. Can we see it? There's Ambition. Trying to get in a little bit of trouble here as well. The Verisol doesn't connect, but a great crescendo. This is the moment that Blaze was looking for. Captain Jack with a kill. Ambition zoning out. Shy and other members of Frost here. Oh, man. Oh, Mad
Ambition
Life.
just finding God
I guess
right
so.
there. And using a shockwave on him. That's not normally the end of that sentence, but
Not exactly, no. But it is in League of Legends, I guess. The inhibitor getting very low. It's going to go down pretty quickly here, unless CJ Frost can make a miraculous defense. And have they done it? The inhibitor so low. Mad Life, there's the slicing maelstrom coming in. They take down Mad Life very quickly. There goes the inhibitor. But it looks like Blaze is not done yet. Going in on Cloud Templar. They need to be careful about this. They're going for it. I can't believe it. There's the equalizer. Not a lot of members, though. There's Azonius from Shy. Frost with not a lot of members up right now. Hermes is alive yet. They're going for the win, though.
Mad Life may not have wanted to grab Cannon right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, oh, the taunt misses Hermes. Or, sorry, Flame. I'm going to glare on my monitor. It's kind of hard to tell a Yordle from a tall, lanky, purple guy, I guess.
Well, Shy, they're pushing back out now. Mad Life nearly back up, so they weren't able to finish the game right there.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Though.
By getting those picks, that's the power of Blaze's comp, is that they've got enough CC that if they can catch you, and Ambition has farmed so much, and this is what we were talking about. Ambition has farmed so much. He's about 100 CS up. Look at his items right now. So with a full combo, he nearly took out Mad Life in one go.
Let's look at the replay.
Yeah, we're going to see that right now, basically. Yeah. It's exactly what you think is going to happen. He just...
Oh, look at the damage.
Yeah,
Man.
that's exactly what he thought. Now, Mad Life did live due to the shield from Jet and his own Lantern shield right there.
Yeah.
So good heads-up play from Frost to prevent that from happening. But Lust Boy with a huge flash crescendo to take out Rapid Star right there. And without Rapid Star to clear waves, there's not a lot left for Frost to defend.
Wow. Well, that was it. I mean, we were kind of talking about that one little mistake that's going to really kind of lead to the game spiraling out of control. And yeah, that definitely was probably it for CJ Frost. It's going to be nearly impossible for them to come back at this point.
Guess what, Doa? We're in another game where Flame has somehow managed to get over 100 CS on his top lane opponent.
How does that happen?
I didn't think.
He has the highest CS in the game.
I didn't think that would happen against Shy, but here we are. And how it happened this game is because Blaze has been immaculate in their pressure on lanes. And so basically a lot of the CS that Frost could have gotten ended up just dying to turrets.
Yeah.
And they spread out, they pushed all three lanes throughout the mid game, and that advantage has now come to fruition here in the terms of the items they're able to buy. I mean, Flame is ridiculously stacked right now. So any damage that we thought that Blaze wouldn't be able to do has been effectively nullified just because of superior farming on the right targets.
And you can tell that's kind of what they were counting on the entire time, you know, just making sure they got the farm while their opponents didn't, and that worked out great. Captain Jack, Arcane Barrage, forcing him and Helios away from that turret. Rapid Star having to use his ult there.
Yeah, but they need these ults to team fight. Frost has had to use their ults to clear waves all game.
Exactly, yeah. They've been using like 2 ults on one person when they can. They've been using their ults to clear waves, like you just said. And all of that adds up to just no chance for them to get that big combo that they want to, that big team fight.
So Blaze is just playing magnificently.
They're looking amazing today, man.
I don't know any other team that in the world right now that I think understands objective control as well as Blaze does.
Yeah. I mean, this is why they are 11-0 in their last 11 games.
Absolutely, and they're
probably going to go 12-0.
It's sure looking that way, Noah.
Yep.
Now you can't really count Frost out because they do have all they need is to hit one series of combos and this game just entirely turns around.
Yeah, that's the thing is that they still do have a chance, but with one Nexus turret down, I mean with all the pressure, with just the inability that they'll have to ever catch up on items, it is going to take kind of that miracle fight. You know, but then again, they've got Mad Life.
Yeah,
they've got Mad Life, they've got Shy, they've got those miracle fight playmakers.
That's right, and look at Xerath right now. I mean, he's just super stacked. He's got a ton of AP, and if he lands a good Arcane Barrage, it's going to be lights out for Blaze.
Yeah, very true.
So we'll have to wait and see if Frost can save their own bacon right here. It is possible. It is possible.
Rapid Star just doing such a good job of zoning out the team, too, just kind of giving other players like Hermes time to get that CS. Oh, Shy getting a little bit caught here by Ambition. They're going to duke it out. Mad Life coming down as well. They're going to make a run for it. Ambition, he just flashed, actually. Didn't go very far. They're going to get to disengage that. Rapid Star, though. Oh, Rapid Star, a little bit out of control. Oh, Flash! And the crescendo air balls from Lustboy. That's a big cooldown that they could have used. They get the turret, though.
It's all Blaze wants. They just want your turrets.
They're playing the single-player League of Legends game. They're
That's
playing
right.
against turrets and minions, man. Like all these, there are these other players in the game that like show up every once in a while and try to stop us from killing turrets and minions. We will show them.
And they're using this opportunity. Now, the problem here is that Frost has a really dangerous team to get caught by him.
Yeah, they do.
In Baron pit.
And they've got a ward in there. There's Equalizer. They don't steal Baron, though. And the disengage looks like it'll work. A great zoning hail of arrows from Captain Jack.
And everybody through the dissonance to speed up as well as they beat a retreat back to their base. Now Frost on the hunt right now. They don't have that Equalizer. Mad Life searching with his death sentence.
Fishing with that hook, man. They're not catching anybody. A really, really well-timed Baron, just barely getting out of their consent. They lose that tier 2 turret, but at this point the lanes are still so pushed for Blaze that it doesn't make a huge difference.
Well, to Frost's credit, they've really done a good job of every time that Baron is taking a turret and a dragon in response so that they keep that gold gap relatively close.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, we're 40 minutes into the game and only about a 6K gold difference between these teams.
It's not a lot.
Which, yeah, at this point, it's basically nothing. Everybody has nearly all the items that they're going to want in the game. And they're going to pretty much be in good shape. So the question is now, can Blaze close out the game?
We'll have to find out. Varus getting very scary right here. Has the Mercurial Scimitar already as well. And he's got the Alacrity enchantment too. He's trying to dodge the skill shots coming out of Shy and Rapid Star.
Yep. Oh, they catch Ambition though. Mad Life playing him into the wall. They're not able to do a lot. Look at the damage from Orianna and Nasus on Mad Life though. Pretty scary stuff.
And they're just looking for the cracks in the armor right now.
Yep.
As they rotate into mid lane to this
take that inhibitor.
Empty inhibitor.
Can they get it? Crescendo and Flash are up as well. They've got their engagement tools. Flame is ready. And there goes the inhibitor. So they get it again without any trouble at all and just backing off. They don't even need to fight.
Yeah, they're just going to rotate, keep on clearing lanes, keep the pressure up while they have the sustain from the Baron buff, taking blue.
Taking everything in the jungle, man.
While they're at it.
The jungle is theirs. The entire map is Blaze's right now.
It's a Blaze playground.
I think so too.
Which is a Blaze ground, which is the least safe place for children ever.
Yeah, you don't want to take your kids to something with like a ton of fire and stuff. I mean, they might think it's cool.
There's the...
Arcane Barrage gone. Yeah, one more. There we go. Okay, so at least hit somebody with it. Good deal. All right. Clearing out those traps. They're going to come in on this turret now. Boy waiting for that opportunity. Mad Life in the front. And Cloud Templar trying his best to push down that mid lane. He can always get back if he needs to.
He's got to be careful.
Yeah,
he should know this is coming. This is going to be Cloud Templar's mad rush through the jungle as they try and find him.
Well, he is a ninja. So now is the time where we see Shen really become the ninja that he was always born to be. Sneaking around successfully. He's actually going to go to the top lane to recall. Yeah, or just river. Why not?
So apparently, Blaze not too bothered by finding him instead, just going to clear out the buffs.
I think it was actually the blue scrubs helped him blend into the river.
Oh, very true.
You know, when you're being chased, they say, you know, run through rivers and stuff like that, so that if they've got like dogs and things, like Nasus, they've got him. He can't sniff out Shen if he runs through the river. Very smart move by Cloud Templar.
That's next level League of Legends right there.
That is, yeah. He knew. Even if Nasus is like a humanoid space dog.
You know what I think Flame needs? More CS.
I think so too. He's only got 390 right now. Yeah. More CS point, please. Wow, he's got his death cap now. Oh man, he's gonna get that Abyssal Scepter too, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
just for the kicks.
You know, for kids.
That's right.
All right.
Well, they're actually QSS going to be the item that he builds.
Yeah, I mean, why not? It's going to be helpful if he gets under any sort of stun, get something to get off the equalizer. Getting out of taunt.
Yeah, it's going to help him engage. Like, he just doesn't want to get taunted while he's trying to slice the Maelstrom. Or get stunned by mage chains at range either. That's probably really what it's for, is the mage chains. Because if he gets stunned too far out of range, he's never going to be able to get a good combo off.
So not quite a crazy solo queue cannon, but about as damaging as a cannon can be, really.
That's right. He's everything a cannon could be.
He's everything a cannon would ever hope to be, except maybe a little bit taller.
Well, he wishes he was a little bit taller.
You think so?
Yeah, he wishes he was a baller.
A shot caller? 20-inch blades on his Impala? You know Kennen drives like a real like sick lowrider, right? Like Kennen rolls up at the stoplight and Jana's in like her VW bug next to her and he like pops the hydraulics and he's like, yeah.
Oh boy.
I can see it happening.
No, Cloud Templar picking up the Phage now. Maybe going for that 6-item build. Well, actually he's going for Trinity Force, so.
Nice.
Gonna be trying to do just a little bit more damage there.
Yeah. Well, here we go. The defense again from CJ Frost. Can they hold off Blaze? Or can they not hold off Blaze? The inhibitor should be back pretty soon, actually, again for Frost. So we'll see if third time's the charm for Blaze. They're going to come into this top lane, though. Mad Life in position. But yeah, the wave clear is just so good, man. They just have such a hard time sieging up these turrets. Nice dodge on that death sentence, though.
Yeah, they really can't get grabbed by Mad Life either. That's part of the problem, is that if they get grabbed, it's pretty much instant death because of the follow-up from Shen.
In a lane like that, too, you're all going to be clumped up in front of the turret, too. So, yeah, that's kind of the
Wow, Cloud Templar actually catches Flame here.
Yeah, are they going to be able to do anything out of it, though? The Super Minion helping out Flame quite a bit, actually. And, oh, they catch Ambition, but again, just not in a way that they can capitalize with it.
And Flame still causing problems here. Templar has to go back and heal up. He does have his Trinity Force.
Yeah. This is getting very volatile, man. I think we're only seconds away from something happening here.
And you gotta admire Blaze for how methodical they've been this game.
Yeah.
They've really played it very nice.
Oh,
Hermes.
Shockwave on Hermes. That's a big deal. Taking a big chunk of Hermes himself may give him the opportunity. Arcane Barrage coming down. They dodge it. There's an ultimate out of the way.
For both teams.
Yeah, for both teams. Yeah.
But otherwise, it's just back to the standard defense right now. Cloud Templar will be able to clear out these waves quite quickly.
The inhibitor's back. All right. This game's not over yet. You know, this is like the series where we see the crazy comebacks.
And here we go. Baron number 3 from Blaze. They're waiting for it to spawn. There it goes.
There's Baron.
Does Frost want to contest this at all? They see Flame in the mid lane.
I feel like they have to. They can't allow Blaze to have yet another Baron-powered push. They need to do something about it. Baron's going to die so fast, though. Can they do anything about it? No, Baron goes down. There's the fight. Oh, they wrap up Cloud Templar. There's Flame coming in with the ultimate. Gets Flame back. Equalizer coming down defensively. There's the box. I think Blaze has got this fight, though. Flame with the first kill. There's going to be more. And Blaze, with the Baron power, should be able to push to victory after this fight. Arcane Barrage on Lustboy. They managed to take him down, but that's probably the least important member at this point. Post crescendo on Blaze.
Absolutely, and that Baron Gonna heal them up after that fight as well.
Yeah.
Flame with the huge slicing Maelstrom right there.
You know, Cloud Templar getting a bit caught up, and from then it was just sort of a snowball chain effect into a big fight for CJ Blaze.
He actually didn't even use his QSS in that fight, which I find curious.
Yeah.
He probably just forgot. Honestly, like...
I do that all the time.
Well, no, it's just like, how many times does he buy QSS on cannon?
Yeah. Oh, Shockwave misses, but it doesn't matter. There goes last inhibitor turret, or Nexus turret rather. Nexus going down. Cloud Templar trying to mix things up a bit. They do have Rapid Star and Zero. They've got that long range poke. Helios on the outside. A kill for Flame though. They get Cloud Templar. Hermes completely trapped up. They're just going to go for the Nexus. They want to end the game. There it is, 2-0 for CJ Blaze. GG. Another immaculate game from CJ Blaze. Once again, these guys are looking like champions.
They are indeed, Doa. I mean, they just have all of their bases covered. And even though Frost played a good game and they had some good catches, they couldn't stop the pressure.
Yeah.
Blaze's ability to rotate in those lanes is so fearsome right now that even Frost, their constant practice partner, looks a little bit stumped.